A hand draws a monitor sitting on a table that says breaking news and a female newscaster sits below the text.
In light of the recent news, here's a question every business owner should consider. How well is your company protected against lawsuits including discrimination, wrongful termination, and sexual harassment in the workplace?
The hand draws a man watching the newscast with exclamation lines emanating from his head.
If an employee or customer made a claim, true or not, could your business afford the legal costs? That's why it's important to review your business insurance and consider updating your coverage. Erie Insurance can help protect you and set you up with the right amount of coverage for your size of business and at a competitive price.
Erie Insurance logo is shown on the screen.
Imagine, for example, local restaurant owner Joe. Joe is known around town for his successful pizza parlors. The calzones are to die for.
The hand draws a cartoon Joe wearing glasses with a pizza restaurant behind him.
Last month, one of his cooks, Scott, was let go after being written up 3 times for being tardy. While Joe hates firing any employee, he really didn't have any choice but to let Scott go.
The hand draws Scott with a red sign that says fired in front of him. An arrow points to a document that says notification of lawsuit.
A few weeks later, Joe received a letter from Scott's attorney that Scott was suing him for wrongful termination. Joe was shocked and worried.
The hand changes the expression on Joe's face to a frown.
He knew that more often than not, these cases settled for tens of thousands of dollars, an amount that could very well put him out of business. Even though he had followed proper hiring practices and done nothing wrong, he knew he'd have to hire a lawyer to defend the business and possibly gear up for a court case.
The hand redraws Joe holding a mobile phone with a thought bubble containing the Erie Insurance logo.
Fortunately, Joe had purchased insurance coverage from Erie Insurance. He remembered discussing employment liability risks with his local agent, Kristen, and he had ultimately decided to add employment practices liability insurance to his policy.
The hand draws a cartoon of Kristen holding a mobile phone.
When he called Kristen to find out what his options were, she explained that the coverage he had would cover liability damages and defense costs from charges brought against him from employees. He was relieved he'd followed his agent's guidance.
The hand draws Joe sitting at a desk, tapping the keys on a laptop.
Also, as an Erie customer, Joe has access to loss prevention information at no cost and could call a legal advice helpline supported by an employment defense law firm.
The hand draws of sample employee handbook and a policies checklist.
Plus, he has access to scores of online resources, including sample employee handbooks, policies, and checklists, and a library of online training programs. And because Joe's business routinely deals with the public, he added the third-party coverage to his account to protect him from any allegations made against his employees for discrimination or harassment.
The hand draws Joe smiling next to Kristen, who holds a slice of pizza. A thought bubble above his head has a drawing of a pizza with a question mark.
With Erie Insurance in his corner, Joe could rest easy and focus on more important things, like which pizza should be on special this month, meat lovers or veggie. Because Joe followed proper HR practices, Scott's case was ultimately dismissed. But what a good feeling Joe had knowing he had Erie in his corner. Like Joe, you could face similar liability, and it's crucial that you're protected. With a variety of limits available from $10,000 to $2 million, we have coverage that can meet your business's needs and fit your budget.
The hand draws a cartoon of a hand holding a stack of money.
Talk to an Erie Insurance agent today.
Logo, Erie Insurance, above all in service since 1925, erieinsurance.com. Eligibility, coverages, benefits, limits, and deductibles will vary. Conditions, exclusions, and limitations will apply. Erie Insurance Exchange, Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, Flagship City Insurance Company, and Erie Family Life Insurance Company, Erie, PA or Erie Insurance Company of New York, Rochester, NY. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details. Your Erie agent can offer you practical guidance and answer questions you may have before you buy. This video is hypothetical.